and welcome back to my channel, and welcome. It has been quite an extended time before, since I filmed. I've been trying to keep regular uploads and everything. For those of you who are subscribed and actually get notifications, I've been pretty back and forth. And the main reason for that is my internet connection here is like non-existent, so like uploading, I've got to go somewhere else, and then me and my parents were going cross country for a month to go visit family in Utah and in Washington. So it's been sort of been a chaotic whatever when it comes to this platform. As I always say, if you're interested in seeing regular content, if you want to go see me make fun of myself on another platform, go check out my TikTok. That is currently my favorite form of social media. It gives me happiness. It brings me joy. But I am very happy to be back here and to be able to film content for this channel, as well as hopefully get that freaking podcast channel off the ground. I've been trying so hard. Big thank you to everyone who subscribed to it already and haven't received any kind of content. If you would like to subscribe to it, linked down below. A little bit of housekeeping. You're gonna hear a fan because it is disgustingly hot. It is not easy to look like this in the summer. I do have an AC unit for my room, which when it starts to go off, that's when I pause and wait for it to stop because it is noisy. But today we have a month and a half, 2 months of hits and misses, and I'm gonna let you guys know now, there's not a huge amount of stuff because I haven't bought new makeup in like 3 months. We do have some skincare items and some other shiz like that, but like always, let us start with La Musica. And let me tell you, it's so funny. I think the last like, you know, cumulative favorites and hits and misses video, I was all about like the pagan and the whatever, and I'm like, yeah, my spiritual journey and feeling it in my soul. Whereas this time around, it's like, this is the music that has unleashed my inner hoe. Like, if y'all know, I love TikTok. TikTok has been a great place, and it's been a place that I've been able to kind of start accepting my body for what it is. I've never had a really good relationship with my body. I do have body dysmorphia, so that's all kinds of fun. But kind of coupled with TikTok, and this is also music that I found from TikTok, like I've got a playlist that's just all these bangers that I'm like, yeah! And I would be ever so negligent if I did not pull to the front of the class the absolute amazingness that is Maneskin. They're Italian. They won Eurovision with that I Want to Be Your Slave song that just, I heard that and I was just like, this is it. This is the vibe. This is everything I could have possibly wanted in a song. Believe it or not, it's actually inspired me and broken me out of writer's block for one of my stories. I was like listening to it and I'm like, why is this every single toxic trait of this one particular character that I haven't written about in a while? This is pretty inspiring. Let's write about them. I just loved it. So it's so like primal and it's so amazing. I have not simped this hard for this kind for a group since I got into Hailstorm when they released Miss the Misery. Like I was, oh, Miss the Misery. And now I'm running around, I want to be a slave, I want to be a master. It's just the amount of inappropriate gyrating I've done to this song is just above and beyond. And then when I found out the lead singer is 22, I was like, at least he's legal. At least he's legal. And he is hot. He is fine. And then in that same vein, we might as well talk about Beggin. We might as well talk about Ziti Buoni. I love this group. The like amount of passion and like love and like and driving and whatever is just, I've been listening to their songs non-stop. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I haven't listened to at least 2 of their songs. I mean, I listen to Want to Be Your Slave like every day. And then when I listen to the Ziti Buoni, I'll put it somewhere thing here, not Italian, speaky, whatever. But they are just such a good group. I mean, I just, I love it. I love it for my writing. I love it for me. I love it for like me being all like, yeah. I mean, with my body and my whatever. It was on TikTok. I don't think I filmed a YouTube video, but I was wearing something and I went like braless for the first time and I was like, what is this unseen power that I am manifesting? And then we'll just kind of touch on two other songs. The one is, I forget who it's by. Like I said, I'll insert picture and name and whatever. But it's the one that it's like, hey, bitch, do you really, really, really want to go hard? Go in the clubs to your stepfather's credit card. I'm like, yeah, I'm 16 again. It's just been kind of that vibe. Like, every time I see my friends, I'm like, listen to this amazing song I found on TikTok. And then another one that I found on TikTok, but it had been, like, slowed down for this particular video this person was doing. But it's called Ego by William, my brain just died. I will leave name and everything like that. And it's in French and it's this beautiful, I actually sent it to my brother Luke because my brother Luke has this amazing, freakishly eclectic taste in music. And I'm always trying to prove that I too can be a fancy music eclectic person. And I sent it to him. He's like, yeah, that's actually good. It's really, really beautiful. Like just the way his voice and the simplicity of it. But it just, I listened to it and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want. So I have been really, really like music is like part of my therapy. It's a very big, like very rarely do I not have music playing when I'm just going around doing stuff, when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm washing my face, when I'm washing my brushes, basically when I'm doing anything that needs to have ambient music, I am listening to it. And so I've been really, really vibing with a lot of different music and I'm pretty proud of myself. So I definitely give all of these a check down below. I will have them linked. Now moving on to the actual products that we have, let's talk skincare. If you follow me on Snapchat, you would have seen that I was like, my skincare game isn't exactly popping right now, which it could be because I was going to all different kinds of altitudes. It was dry heat. It was this kind of thing. It was up in the mountains. It was down in the valley. Now we're back to Virginia where it's freaking humid. So it could have been that kind of thing, but I wanted to talk about some of the products that I've been using. First of which being this toner from e.l.f. Now, I think it was the last one or the one before last that I did where I talked about their exfoliating toner, which is my favorite. My absolute end-all be-all toner right now. I have gone through 2 of them. And when I went through that one, I was like, oh, just let me try this one. This is the Keep Your Balance toner with hyaluronic acid, aloe, and witch hazel. I don't find it exceptionally hydrating, so I'm not sure about the hyaluronic acid and the aloe in here. I don't find that it really tones my skin. Like it kind of keeps my skin in check. My skin hasn't, my face hasn't fallen off my face. So it's not doing anything terrible, but at the same time, it's not doing anything wonderful. This isn't something that I would repurchase. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna repurchase the $8 exfoliating one. That one is absolute favorite. But this one just it just doesn't, like, it's like dull skin. I don't know her. I mean, I know her. I just don't find anything. And the first time I use this, so y'all know with the way that I do my skincare, I cleanse, I'll exfoliate if it's the right time for that, and then we'll do the toner, right? And I put a little toner on my cotton pad and I was like, ooh, oh, she feels a little abrasive. And I looked on this thing and it's all like, great. The second ingredient is alcohol. Like, why are you making something with hyaluronic acid and you put alcohol in it? It's like you might as well just not have put any of them in there because you're like, here, we are putting these wonderful, beautiful, hydrating ingredients in here and then we're canceling them out because we're putting alcohol in it. I don't understand the logic. So all in all, this is just something I would not repurchase. I'm gonna use it up because I have it, and I have a thing about using up products before I open or buy anything else. So that's where I'm at with this. Would not recommend it. Then, on to usually the next step of my skincare, we have serums. Now, while I was going friggin' cross country, whatever, I ran out of the Holy Grail serum I was using, which is the 4th Ray Beauty by ColourPop Hyaluronic Acid Serum, the Rainfall one. Love that. My other favorite ones are by Good Molecules. We were at Walmart, and they had this You Glow Girl by Uoma by Sharon C, which is that like brand that came to Sephora. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna support dishes. I got this and the foundation to try, which I haven't tried yet. If I do a freaking Get Ready With Me soon, I'll probably try it there. But this is the Super Natural Glow C10 Serum. 10% vitamin C plus vitamin B3, vitamin E plus vitamin PP. And it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, it's kind of the same thing with the toner. My face hasn't fallen off yet, so it's not doing anything bad to it, but I noticed that I've got my texture, I noticed that I've got redness, I've got some breakouts going along in places I ought not be breaking out. Another Holy Grail serum is the IOPE hyaluronic one. You know, I have been using that one for years. I love it. I've run out of it, and I don't have like the friggin' $30-$40 it is to repurchase it. And so I tried this one, and I don't notice that I'm any more glowy. I don't notice that I feel any more better than I did when I was not using this one, because it's supposed to make you all like nice and glowy and healthy, and it's like, I mean, it's got this little bit of a orangey tint going on there. Don't know what that's about, but it just hasn't been one that I've noticed has done anything really super positive for my skin. It's just kind of a serum. I guess it does something because, you know, with my makeup and everything on, I still think I look pretty good. But for how much this cost, this was like an $18 serum, which I understand. I use more expensive serums, but they work really well. And I use less expensive serums like the Good Molecules and the 4th Ray Beauty, which are like $10 each, that do way more for my skin and my complexion than this has done. So this is just another product that I haven't seen it really do anything. And these things I've been using when it comes to skincare, I like to give it at least, at the bare least would be 2 weeks. I prefer a whole month, because you can't, I mean, yeah, maybe when you first use it, you're like, oh yeah, but to really see how it works with your skin, you need a more extended period time of using it. And over that time, I have not been impressed. Maybe after my skin, you know, calms down from being cross country, maybe the story will be different. But for now, once again, not something I would repurchase, not something I would recommend. Okay, let's talk about something that is more middle ground. I have been trying a lot of e.l.f. skincare. I did do like a skincare haul a while ago, and this is the Super Hydrate, a moisturizer with hydrating squalene. And it's really funny. You open it up and it's like this, like it's clear. It's like this like gelatinous slime. And I will tell you, a little bit of this does go a long way. Don't go on ham on this, because then you're like, ugh, there's so much. It's going everywhere. And I like this for a, you know, I have my moisturizer that I use during the day, and I have my moisturizer that I use at night, which my holy grail for that is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I'm currently using up the vegan, the Milk Makeup vegan milk one. And this one, again, it's just kind of like, okay, I've got a lot of affordable ones that I really like. There's the one by Bliss that I really enjoyed. There is one from the Cica Cream one that I really like. I tend to like a liquid to gel formula that works really great for daytime for me. And like all the other things, this was just okay. Like, it's keeping my skincare routine right now, I feel like, is just kind of keeping my skin in check. It's not improving it. It's not making it super amazing. It's just sort of kind of keeping it where it's at. And that's partly because I have run out of some of my favorites and my holy grails. Usually in my skincare routine, even when I'm trying new things, I've got at least one holy grail product that I'm using, which one good one that I'm using is the Tatcha, the rice powder deep, but you know, I've got other ones too. But this one, it just like, it's got this like, it's like jello. It's like really loose looking jello. I mean, it was kind of interesting, you know, it's kind of like that NYX jelly primer that they came out with that was just kind of a weird consistency. Maybe if you're someone who has younger skin, who has like less issues than I do, because I've got wrinkles, I've got texture, I've got dryness, you know, I've got kind of all those things that I'm trying to combat, and maybe this just isn't an intense enough moisturizer for my face. If you've got like younger, maybe baby, maybe pretty skin, not 31-year-old skin, this might be one that you would like to try. It's working for me right now. I'm using it up. It's not, you know, it's hydrating, it's moisturizing, it's just not doing anything significant for my skin. So again, I'm gonna use it up. Wouldn't repurchase. Not that I wouldn't recommend it, because I think it is a nice moisturizer. It's just not the one for my skin in particular. Okay, we've been awful negative so far, so let's do a quick little positive going on here. I was reached out to a company called What's Up Nails, and they were like, hey, we're releasing our eyeshadow palette. Would you like us to send you some shiz? And me being someone who hasn't purchased makeup was like, yes, please, I would love some makeup. And they sent me a whole bunch of nail polishes you would have seen on Snapchat, an eyeshadow palette, a whole bunch of brushes, which I didn't realize they were gonna send me. But there should be three. The three things that really stood out to me was this trio of nail polishes. This shade here in Tempest is so beautiful. This is like, usually I like hollow, I like shimmy shiny, I like bright, I like crazy, but this one just looks so elegant on your nails. It's like this classy color. You're like, oh, I have 8-inch long talons, but they're classy because they look like this. And this one right here in Joshua Tree is just this beautiful, beautiful freaking like brownie, grungy nude. Like I am living for that shiz, and I absolutely love this color. And then we have Desert Rose, which is this nice light nudie pink, and it has just a titchy bit of that shimmy shiny going on in it. I love the formula on these. I love the brush. If you're familiar with KB Shimmer polishes and their brushes, that's what this kind is. It's kind of it's just like a fat, flatter brush that really is good. Like I suck at doing my nails, but it's really good at getting those like close edges around your nail bed. And the formula is really good with these. I usually don't jive with matte formulas. Like I'm usually used to like hollow, excuse me, burp squad. Hollow, you know, iridescent, shimmy shiny, you know, just things. If JD, if you're watching, I'm sorry. He does not approve of the naked nail. But I really, really like these. And it was actually kind of funny because I tried them out and I texted him and I was like, JD, you have to, this polish is so good. And he's like, yeah, I know What's Up Nails. Their stuff is pretty good. I'm like, of course. You already know this brand that I think I'm some kind of whatever thinking that I'm telling you about. Because when it comes to nail polish, he knows all and he tells all. He has just the epitome. He's like the nail polish guru. So I really like these. Would highly, highly recommend them. Would probably recommend other colors than these ones. And I also like them because this was like a Southwestern boho type of collection without being culturally appropriated. I mean, I like that. I thought that was good for them. All right, let's talk about one that's a little bit funny. EOS. Once again, I ran out of my chapstick and we're at Walmart and I was like, why don't I try one of these again? This one is in vanilla mint, and I mean, using this basically reminded me why I stopped using EOS in the first place. I don't know if I have special nasty lips that just don't work with this formula, but I like put it on and I put some more on and I keep putting it on and it doesn't seem to do what I want it to moisturize my lips. I like chapstick better. I like Burt's Bees, I'm not a huge fan of. I like the Carmex. My favorite end-all be-all one is the Chicky Lips CBD infused one. That one is like a spa day for your lips. but I ran out of mine. I need to go see my lady and get me some more of it. But in the meantime, I bought 2 of these, and both of them, because I started using the one, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of not doing it. And I was like, well, maybe this one will be better. And it's just the same. I don't know what it is. It was just kind of funny because I went to my mom. I was like, because we were in the cash register, and I was like, oh, let me just get these for my freakishly dry lips. And then I came to her later, and I was like, you know what this did? And she was like, what? And I'm like, this just reminded me and reassured me as to why I stopped using them in the first place. Then we have a random positive, a random hit. It's a Becca product, and I love it, and I'll never be able to buy it again. Although, quite honestly, this is a blush, and it'll probably last me until I die, so I don't have to worry about buying it again. This is one of their mineral blushes in Wild Honey. I usually don't reach for a lot of my Becca blushes because they're freakishly pigmented. Like, you just need just a kiss, just a delicate touch. And even then, sometimes that ends up being a little bit too much. But this one I used just a titchy bit. I used my Real Techniques multitask brush, which is my favorite blush brush. And it just looks so nice on my complexion. I think I had kind of a, I'm trying to remember the eye look that I did with it. I think I was going with kind of like a peachy, neutrally whatever. And I'm like, I need something chill. I need something understated because and this just ended up being so great. It's just this beautiful, like, neutrally your skin but better sort of situation. I used this one, and then I took one of the Mulan blushes from ColourPop and kind of swept it over it to give it a little bit radiant, a little bit of radiance. And I really loved how that came out. I just thought it was so pretty. And I think I've developed a good technique on how to use my Becca blushes, which is great because I've got a crap ton of them. I went through a period where I was like, well, I need all the Becca blushes. I need the matte ones and I need the luminous ones. And then they just sit there because they intimidate me because they're freakishly heckin' pigmented. And I mean, now that Becca is, I mean, I might as well just use the shiz up. Then last but not least, 2 more skincare items because that's the only thing that I do on a consistent basis. First of which being this Milk Makeup frickin' Watermelon Brightening Serum. This is a serum in a stick. This is the only serum in a stick I've ever tried, and I don't think I'm gonna try any other ones. I know that, I think Tatcha did one, but it was like disgustingly expensive the way Tatcha is. I just don't think this was meant for me. It's supposed to be brightening and smoothing and soothing, and all it does is it leaves like a film. Like, I'll do my friggin' frackin', I'll do my, I will cleanse my face, and then I will exfoliate, and then I will put a toner on, and then it's serum time, and then after serum, we do eyes and moisturizer, and it just left like a cakey film that, like, my skin wasn't smooth, my skin wasn't nice. It's like I could see it under the other products that I put over it, and it just created this, like, just section of like texture, especially around here. And I kind of have issues with the idea of a skincare product that you're just dragging all over your face and then you put it away and then the next day, I mean, isn't that like a harvest of bacteria? I tried like taking my finger and kind of like doing it. That didn't work that way either. It just was, I think this was like a, it was a concept that ended up not working out really well, or at least it didn't work out really well for me. If it worked out well for you, let me know down below and let me know how you apply this shiz, because like I said, I was just like it's not a really creamy formula. It's kind of stiff, it's kind of hard, so it kind of drags on your face. I mean, it's a little deodorant thing that just doesn't do anything for my face, and when I try to use it, I end up being like more frustrated and have more issues with it than I did when I tried not to use it. So definitely would not recommend. Maybe I'll give it, I'll decontaminate it and give it to my sister-in-law because it ain't doing shiz for me. Then we have one that is sort of a middle ground. This is the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. I don't have a huge level of discoloration when I break out or when I have texture. It is certain red parts on my face, so I was like, I'll try this. It never hurts to try something to see if maybe it boosts my complexion a little bit. It's formulated with acetyl tranexamate mesylate. I feel like I could have just summoned a demon with saying that type thing. Woo! I don't have a lot of experience with this kind of product because typically I don't deal with redness. It's not something that I like work with on my freaking complexion. But so far I have been really enjoying this. I use a really hydrating serum around my eyes and my troubled dry spot areas, and then I'll use either just a hydrating serum or some other kind of serum on the rest of my face, and this seems to be doing a nice job with the redness here and the redness here. I don't have much all over my face, but so far I see that it's been doing something good. Jury's still kind of out on whether it's going to be something amazing or it's going to end up being something that I'm like, yeah, it really didn't do that much to improve my skincare routine, because that's always the standard I live by. I'm like, if it can improve my holy grail skincare routine, because my holy grail skincare routine is a certain type of products, it can add to that already very curated routine, then it's something good. So right now it's kind of like, maybe it's because I don't have a lot of redness, I don't need this, but overall I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. The air conditioner just kicked on, so you're gonna hear that. But it's okay because we're at the end of the video anyway. As always, I would love to hear what y'all have to say about these products down below. You love them, you hate them, you're in between. And I would also love to hear something you've either been loving or hating this month for one reason or other. Any recommendations you might have. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!